What's going on, dividend chasers? Dividend Bloodhound here with another investing episode. Today's episode is my Freetrade Dividend Portfolio update for the month of August and rolling into September. Sorry, it is a bit late this month. Hopefully I can bring you some really good value, a nice look at my portfolio this month. A lot of movement, to be fair, a lot of sales, a lot of buys, and a lot of changes in the value of a lot of my positions. So hopefully you can get in there and have a look. Hopefully this video does bring you some value and you can smash that like button. Oh dear. You can smash that like button in the corner and even consider subscribing to my channel if you feel that way inclined, and ticking the notification bell as well. That would be great. See you on the other side of the intro. Catch you there. Hey again guys, welcome into the video. So firstly, I've decided to reduce the frequencies of my portfolio updates, both on Freetrade and Trading 212, and there's a couple of reasons for that, to be fair. I actually got a little bit bored of bringing so many updates because it was just the same thing over and over again from my point of view in the content, and that's not what I'm about. And then secondly, I'm obviously all about keeping this channel fresh, and then secondly, the YouTube itself is saturated with people reviewing their portfolios at the moment. There are so many people out there doing it that just trying to cut through and trying to be different is quite hard. And I know a lot of people out there are interested in portfolios, so I'm not going to stop the frequency of my videos altogether. I'm just reducing it down a little bit so there's actual things have changed in the videos. So I have bought new stocks or have sold some stocks, because sometimes with such a frequent amount of videos, nothing was really changing apart from a few percent either way on a lot of my positions. And then I started to realise that that really wasn't all that interesting. So going forward, yeah, we're reducing back down to monthly or less portfolio updates, and then going forward I'm going to try and bring different investing content and stock picks through to plug the gap basically, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. So that being said guys, I have quite a few portfolio sales this month. I actually sold quite a few of my American positions, and I'll just give you a quick rundown of that list now. So I sold my position in Nike, UPS, UK Dividends, Home Depot, my small Apple position, my Microsoft position which I'd done particularly well on, and my Disney position. Now I made a profit on every single one of these sales, some far better than others. For example, UPS I sold at 60% up. Same with Home Depot. I made a massive return on these companies. Then I started to realise that I wouldn't be able to make that much money in dividends in 10 or 15 years even if I tried, and the value of rebuying and reinvesting the small amount of dividends from these companies over that time just wouldn't get me back the return that I'm looking for. And then I'd be rebuying extra shares and averaging down from what would be a massive increase. I'd be averaging down my position basically, because the stocks, especially UPS and Home Depot, had got so expensive. So I decided to cash out and then reinvest that money. I didn't move the money out of the portfolio. I just either brought that money back to the UK for UK stocks, or moved into other American companies that are either still undervalued, pay a better dividend, or are paying out on a more regular basis, or a better dividend in terms of Disney isn't paying a dividend at the moment, so I moved some of the money into AT&T, which does. I know AT&T has its own way of doing things. Disney is slightly different, but they are both technically entertainment companies, considering T owns IPO. It owns DC Comics, and it owns IBO, should I say, or HBO even. So this money raised from my portfolio sales was actually quite a considerable amount of money, and it allowed me to reinvest that money, some of it back in the UK here and then some of it in American companies, and it allowed me to average down my positions as well and open new positions in others. So stand by for quite a list here. This is from my market sells, the profit that I made from that, what I bought, and a small portfolio top up of £100 as well. So the list is as follows: 3 shares in Dejo, 6 shares in Shell, 18 shares in BP, 6 shares in GSK, 1 share in Vanguard FTSE 100, 1 share in Vanguard FTSE 250, 11 shares in Legal and General, 2 shares in Pennon, 2 shares in Tate and Lyle, 12 shares in Sage Group, 2 shares averaging down my position in Carnival. I'm trying to average that down to such a point where one good news story will knock me into the green and I can sell and get shot of that position, because I really don't think they're going to be paying a dividend anytime soon, and I think that my money will be better invested elsewhere. So that's something that I'm going to work on. And I bought 1 share in T with the profit from Disney, 1 share in IBM with the profit from Microsoft, 1 share in Unilever, 10 shares in National Grid, 1 share in Raytheon, and 1 share in Coca-Cola. All of that tying up nicely to either average down my positions or open a few brand new UK positions. I've got a long way to go in terms of averaging down Carnival, and a long way to go in terms of averaging down BP and Shell, but that is where I'm heading. I have a lot of confidence in both of those companies, especially moving forward towards renewables. So I want to get in, get myself a nice low share point position, average down, and then wait in the long term, especially as they're both still paying a 3.5% and 5.5% dividend yield respectively, which I'm personally pretty happy with. Dividends for the month came in at £12.39. Most of it that can be has been reinvested in fractional shares that is available on the Freetrade app. The trouble is in the UK that's not available, so my 73p Unilever share, can't do anything with that at the moment until I can add another deposit next month and then add it to that to buy a whole new Unilever share. Same with Pennon as well. I received a 30p dividend from those guys, but I can't use that until another deposit arrives. However, the £6.45 dividend I got from AT&T, that was reinvested straight away. 2p from Apple, because I sold the position, that's just stayed in the account. £3.85 from AbbVie, that was reinvested straight in. 76p from Caterpillar, that was reinvested. 27p from Starbucks, also reinvested. And a 50p dividend from Visa, guess where that went? Also reinvested. That is the plan with this portfolio, to create passive income over time and build it up over time, and just keep using dividends to buy even more of the companies of which they have came from, unless they're British companies, in which case I have to top them up to a full share and do it that way. But hey, I'm sure in the future Freetrade will develop fractional shares for UK companies as well. So finally, that all being said, we're going to swing into the Freetrade app now and have a look at my Freetrade ISA to see where it's at, how my dividend portfolio is actually performing in terms of the percentage gains on my positions. As I say, it will be a quick swing through. I'm not going to go into each individual stock. I'm just going to glide you down through my positions, what's up, what's down, and then we'll get out of the other side of the review and speak a little bit more after that. Catch you on the other side. Hey again guys, welcome into my Freetrade dividend portfolio. As we can see, it has a current value of £5,169, currently down £140. So a quick gloss over my current positions then. So we have AT&T, 22 shares worth a total of £500, down 15% currently, which puts me £90 down on that one. We have 4 shares in Boeing, £493, 32% down on those two, £240 down on that one. I have faith in AT&T's dividend paying, that is well covered by cash flow, so I'm happy to play patient. And Boeing, I am still confident about it. It's just a long-term game, waiting for the 737 MAX to return to flight and the global pandemic to pass. We have Visa in next, 2.6 shares of Visa, 4.67% up. 3.1 shares in 3M, 3.16% up at £406. Coca-Cola is about to break even for the first time in months. I have 10 shares in them at £394. I have 5.1 shares in AbbVie, including the reinvested dividend, at £361, £360, I stand corrected, 6% up. IBM, 3 shares, £290, 7.5% down. Shell, my position in these guys creeping up now, 24 shares owned for £247, but still 33% down for the moment. Still a lot of averaging down to do. Next up, 2 shares in Pepsi at £211. Not really a big mover this one, up or down, 0.6% up at the moment. McDonald's has bounced back nicely. My 1.02 shares, 12% up at £172.99. Then we've got some of the newer positions now. So 10 whole shares now in GSK at £151. You're talking £3.60 now off this company every quarter to reinvest, thanks to me increasing my position. Unilever, position worth £144, reported really good results recently, which has bounced the price up nicely, 9%. Added a whole share to my Raytheon position as well, so it's currently worth £142. The metric here is a little bit out of date because of the way I bought before the merger, so I'm not 196%, 98% up. I'm just about breaking even on them. Caterpillar with the reinvested dividend, they've bounced up nicely recently at 17.8% up, £141. Daigyo is another larger position now, 0.5% down, £131. BP, a nice round figure now, 50 shares total owned in the company. Still 31% down, but moving forward, especially as they're moving to renewables soon. Grand total of 60 shares in Legal and General. I want to make this 100 shares as soon as possible. Currently 12% down. They tailed off recently and actually broke into the £1 barrier at one point, which they still have, £1.96 a share. So I'll be averaging this one down as well as I proceed towards triple digit share ownership. National Grid, 12 shares, 1% down, worth £102. Sage, 14 shares down, 2% at £101. Carnival, bringing my average down on these guys now, 7 shares worth £78, 26% down. Now looking into these guys, I'm trying to get this average price down to about £13 a share. And then a good news story that happened not so long ago here that boosted the share price up to £15 is the perfect out I need to be able to ditch this company, because I don't believe Carnival will be paying dividends for a very long time. Starbucks, I'm 10% up. Nice to see some of their stores open again at £75. 2 shares each in the FTSE 100 and FTSE 250. They mirror each other pretty closely, as you can see. Some good news for commercial property, monthly dividend paying companies. The dividend has returned. It is reduced, but as mentioned in my dividend payouts, it's at 14 pence a month on my current position. So I'll be keeping hold of this until I can bring that average down, and then I might dispose of it. SP Dividend Aristocrat has been 10% down for quite a while now, currently in at £40. Pennon Group, £30, 3% down. Choose shares in Eurostox Dividend, 10% down on those. Halma, 1 share, £22.75, 4% up. Tate & Lyle breaking even basically. Qualcomm, keep meaning to add to this position but haven't got there yet. My 0.15 shares up nicely at 37% and 13.64. I do wish I had a lot more money in that company. I would have made a very good return. HSBC still 33% down. Again, no dividends from UK banks at the moment. It's a good time to buy in cheap, but you'll be waiting a long time for the dividend to return and the stock price to recover. Johnson & Johnson just sitting there ticking along merry and happy, 3.7% down. As you heard, a small dividend from them. I'm not sure whether to keep this position when it breaks even or just fold it into something else to consolidate my portfolio. Same with Lockheed Martin, 4% down on these guys at the moment at £9.55. I might fold them into other positions. And then my watch list is quite small at the moment, so we got still meaning to add VUSA, and then I've got Croda, Spirax Sarco, Intertech, Ashted and Merchants. Merchants has a 37-year dividend increase record for their funds, so that is well worth looking at. Ashted's got a good dividend history over the last 4 years, and he's doing reasonably well coming out of the other side of the pandemic. And these other guys have got good dividend histories as well, which is exactly why I'm looking into them. And that wraps this mini portfolio review up, guys. I'll see you back on the outside world. Hey again everyone, welcome back to the real world. That wraps up my portfolio review there then. Hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, the portfolio is a little bit down at the moment by £150 or so. Nothing really in terms of the grand scheme of things, less than 1%. I sold out of my most profitables to average down some of my worse off positions and then open up some new positions as well that I believe have got better dividend potential, especially since some of the companies I sold weren't paying dividends anymore. I've got a way out for companies that have cut their dividends but depreciated massively in value, so I'm hoping to get rid of those soon, and I'll update you as I do that. So yeah, stand by. The next update will be in October probably. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope it's brought you some value. Do please consider hitting the like button, and if you're brand new here, do please consider subscribing. This channel is not just about my free trade and trading 212 portfolios. I do bring stock picks to the table as often as I can from both sides of the pond, here in the UK and over in the US. It's been a pleasure to bring this video to you today, guys, and I'll hopefully catch you in another investing episode. See you later.